Let's show you how to create this 3D camera zoom movements on your smartphone using a ALIGHTMOTION application. You can always download these templates on our website and we change the images to yours. This template is very good for Instagram stories, WhatsApp status and so on. So open a ALIGHTMOTION application, click on nice ratio 16 to choose the vertical ratio good for Instagram stories and WhatsApp status. Click on your image and import your image into the scene. Once you have imported your image, arrange it to all be on top of each other as a layer. Then go to the plus transform tool and transform it using the Z axis. Transform it so that it is way behind in the Z axis and the other image is way in front. Arrange it so that one is in the front, the Z axis, and one is at the back. Go to the Z axis and keep pushing it to the back, arranging it to one side and doing that continually. Now go to the object and add a camera. Once you add your camera, go to the transform tool, move the camera on top of transform tool and move the camera. Add a keyframe to the camera movement. Go to the Z axis, change it a little bit and add a keyframe again, and you will have created a movement in your camera and your camera will be moving through your image. You can go ahead and add more images to the back of the images so that you can have more room and more image that is showing. So we are going to import more images and continue with just that same process. Again, step 1, arrange the images by using the Z axis to move them in or out, closer or farther away from the camera. You can use the Z axis to move each image in and out as much as you want. Just place them a little bit as wherever you want to place them in the 3D space. Once you have placed them where you feel comfortable, the next thing you need to do is go ahead and add the movement to the camera. So follow the same process with the camera. Click on the camera layer and go to the transform tool. When you get the transform tool, go to the Z axis, add a keyframe, go a little bit forward in the timeline and add another keyframe and add another movement. And with that, you will create a kind of movement where you are moving through the Z axis through the pictures. You are going in the 3D space through the picture. Thing now is to import a background. So I'm going to go ahead and import a background and shift it way in the Z axis, way below the layers as far as I can get, and then increase the size as wide as I can make it, and it's going to serve as a background behind all the images. At the end of after doing this, I went to the effect panel and blurred this background. To see how the video is going to look once it is done, click on this camera icon right here and see how it's going to look once it is exported. You'll be able to see which picture is out, which picture is in, where the images are in comparison to each other. You can adjust your camera with the X and Y axis so that it's going to create a kind of movement during the zoom in and the zoom out effect. Now the more picture you put, the more better results you get, and I'm going to add as much pictures as I can put so that I can get a very good better result. This process, you'll be able to get the good animation effect that looks something like this.